You're live here.
Okay. Hey, everybody. It's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? Good to see you. We are live from New York City, as we usually are most of the time. Last week we were live from Weehawken, New Jersey, because my computer was there. But it worked out great. We had a wonderful show. We had so much fun. Listen, if Leo is with me, I am flying high. Leo is my co-pilot. A wonderful co-pilot he is, and he is running the show from Idlewild, California. Now, great news, Leo will be in town this week, starting Thursday, Leo?
Starting Thursday morning.
Thursday.
I'm taking the red eye out and flying out tomorrow night.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. We have many, many, many great things planned for this weekend. It's going to be unbelievable. And speaking of this weekend, we have our friend Chauncey Dandridge is going to join us quickly. He is working, but hold on. Let me just lower this.
Okay, oh my goodness, Maria, we've been through that. Turn your volume down.
I know. Chris DePiero is watching. Pretty soon we'll get Rena Finale will watch us. So our friend Chauncey Dandridge, who was supposed to join us a few weeks ago, but he's very busy, very, very busy. So now finally we got him. He's going to join us because he's got something so cool happening this weekend that he told us about. It's the 16th annual Dance Parade and Festival. Hi, Chris DePiero. How are you?
Chris.
Hello, Rena, and happy birthday week. Thank you, honey. It's going to be a great week. I'm excited. So the 16th annual Dance Parade and Festival is happening. James Schleifer is Chauncey Dandridge is my hero. You know what, Jamie? I'm going to tell you, a lot of people feel that way. Chauncey is incredible. Catherine Salvador says hi, you too. Yes, Chauncey is extremely loved. I'm telling you. You know what I think we should do? We should create a Chauncey Dandridge doll.
Oh,
I think we need to come up with, and it's a doll that you can carry with you and hug anytime you like. It would make you feel happy because John Pandish just joined us. Hi, John.
Well, when I come out to New York, I'm going to have to test the hug value of that.
Well,
to make sure
Chauncey
that we replicate
is an amazing hugger, and he's adorable.
Yay! Well, we know that.
Listen, should we just bring him on and take advantage of the fact that he's not working at this second?
But we have to. When we bring him on, we have to do the appropriately.
Siren. Chauncey, you're dressed as a police officer. That's really sexy.
I'm like the polo shirt. I'm like I work in the office. I don't work. I'm not on the beat yet. So.
Oh, you're not on the beat yet, right? You're on.
He's a desk jockey.
Yeah,
desk duty, right? Because you probably maybe frisked someone inappropriately, so they put you on desk duty. Chauncey,
yes.
Why are you dressed like a police officer? Tell our viewers and listeners.
Okay, you already mentioned that this Saturday is the 16th annual Dance Parade and Festival. It started out as an answer to the cabaret law, which is a very it was grandfathered, it was grandfathered in back during the Giuliani administration. Originally started out as a very racist thing in the jazz clubs in Harlem back in the day. Hold on. Hold on. I just need 10 minutes. Yep. I'm at work, so.
I know, it's crazy. 10 minutes, back up.
So, back up, give me a break.
Started
out as a retaliation to the cabaret law. It was started out as kind of like almost like a protest, but just to prove that dance and social dance was an expressive art form, because that's what the cabaret law tried to say that it wasn't. So like jazz clubs, dance clubs, any kind of social dance, that was considered illegal, and your club would get shut down. And there was a group from the New York Police Department called the Dance Police. And what their job was to go to clubs and check out if people were dancing. They would give them tickets, or they would shut down.
They would give the clubs tickets, and that went on for a long time.
So in 2007, we created the Dance Parade, and I was a member of one of the original Dance Police. And what we do is we go around and we make sure people are dancing. We would give out summonses. If they weren't dancing, and it was like. The back of the summons was a coupon for a dance class or blah, blah, blah. And we would write like
fantastic
standing still in a dancing zone. Like we had all these like great little like check marks to
So
check
just to
off.
reiterate, if you're not from New York, this may be very foreign to you. So there was a law, and in a lot of places they still enforce it, where you cannot dance if a place is small. But you need a cabaret license. Cabaret license is about $125,000.
It's insane, yeah.
It's crazy. So a lot of it has to do with money. They want clubs to pay huge amounts of money, and most clubs don't have that kind of money, so they can't. So that's why lots of times when you're in clubs, they say no dancing. You'll see that up a lot.
Yeah.
Now, so this parade 16 years ago was created to celebrate dance, and it's the 16th annual Dance Parade and Festival. So Chauncey, how did you get involved in this?
A friend of mine was involved in it, my friend Mel, and we got involved the first year, and my involvement got deeper and deeper as the years went on. I for a while I was running their social media. I've stepped back from that a little bit due to time constraints, but I'm the commissioner of the dance police. So if anyone,
I love that.
Yeah.
You're the commissioner of the dance police. But instead of arresting people or giving out ticket violations for dancing, it's the opposite. You give out tickets for what?
For not dancing.
For not dancing.
For not having a good time. We want people to have a good time. We want people to experience. The most amazing part about Dance Parade, which it always, like I look around sometimes when we're in the midst of it, and you'll see Chinese traditional folk dancing, followed by ballet dancing, followed by break dance, and followed by all these different styles. And the coolest thing about it is you'll see a break dancer looking at someone dancing Chinese traditional folk, and they just have this awe on their face.
Wow, this is so Chauncey. So James Lazar has joined us. He is the proprietor of Brandy, so he knows all about this. Billy Young has joined us. Now, Chauncey, okay, so Leo's showing the parade route. So Chauncey, help us understand what that means
Okay.
to the average person. Where do they go to watch this parade?
Yeah, the parade kicks off at noon. It used to start at 1. It starts at noon this year at 20th and Broadway. It goes downtown, down through University Place, and then it makes a left and onto 8th Street and goes all the way across into Tompkins Square Park. So we have about 150 dance groups, about 10,000 dancers.
That's incredible.
And making Manhattan move in ways that it didn't know it could move, you know? So it's a really beautiful multicultural explosion of like, you know, like I was saying before, like you'll see people from different cultures meeting for the first time. And, you know, this year the parade is kicked off with some Ukrainian dancers.
Wow.
And actually, I think in a Russian group as well to kind of like
a unity, a show of unity. Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Yeah, we start off with a blessing of the land for the Native Americans about the land that we're doing everything on, and it's a very, you know, there's a lot of Burning Man groups that were involved in the beginning, but now it's become a really family friendly, like it's really built up, and we weren't able to do it for the last 2 years because of COVID. So this is our first year. So our hashtag this year is Back to the Streets, because originally it was like dancing in the streets was our thing, and now it's like we're able to be back on the street. It was virtual for 2 years, and it was frustrating, but we did the best we could, and we had a wonderful like recap of previous parades and stuff like that over the last 2 years. We did it on Zoom, but I'm really excited. And then at the park, at Tompkins Square Park, there's 5 different stages curated. There's a family stage, there's a teaching stage where you can learn how to dance.
Wow, really? How cool!
Yeah. It's amazing. Then there's a main stage with like extremely wildly curated and beautiful like groups performing for the whole like 4 hours. Because that's from 3 to 7 in Tompkins Square Park. We have an aerial rig.
I'm gonna have to make it.
Yeah, so, the Tompkins Square Park. It's a wonderland of all styles of dance. It's sometimes I just look around and go like, wow, I'm part of one of the cogs that makes this happen. Like this.
Well, Chauncey, that doesn't surprise me because you're involved in everything. I noticed the other day that you're marching in the AIDS march. I actually donated.
Yes, you did. I want to say thank you.
Honey, I'm so proud. You're always doing something incredible.
It was the 30th anniversary of my first walk when I was a junior in high school. So
wow.
Yeah, I didn't do every single walk, but my first one was in 1992. So yeah.
Amazing. Jacob Benson has joined us. What day is this? This is May 21st, this Saturday, which happens to be my birthday.
Yes, we're having a big parade for your birthday.
Yes. Oh my God. That's why I gotta try.
So if anyone wants to follow you, if you go to danceparade.org, you'll find out all the information. And if you want to follow us on social media, it's Dance Parade NYC. If you want to follow my stuff, mine is DJ Chauncey D. You can find out all the activism and all the gigs that I'm involved in. I keep that all there.
And you do a lot of
Any
activism.
kind of any kind of protests or rallies and anything like I just try to. One of the reasons why I do so many different things is because I kind of had a fortunate life where my parents loved me and I didn't get thrown out of the house for being gay. Like I worked hard. I did what I had to do. So I always like to offer people who are less fortunate. I like to help people who didn't have that same privilege or just have that same.
You're so sweet, and I love working with you. We work together on Monday nights.
Yeah, every Monday night, Maria.
And we have so much fun. We missed you last night.
I know. I had to switch out. But also tonight is we're doing our New York City's Next Cabaret Star. That's in the midst. We have 9 contestants left, and tonight's theme is Sondheim, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, that would be great. So I know I don't want to keep you long. I just am so excited that you're doing this, and it's going to be beautiful. So if you're not doing anything, please try to get the parade route. Again, starts at 20th and Broadway.
Starts at noon. Goes downtown, and then it makes a left on 8th Street and goes east into Tompkins Square Park. So if you're anywhere along that parade route, and all that information is on our website, if you're anywhere along that parade route, you're going to catch the entire parade. And then feel free to come down to the festival from 3 to 7 in Tompkins Square Park, because pretty much all the groups that are marching, like most of them are doing something in one corner of the park. So the entire park is just this magic wonderland of dance of all cultures, all disciplines, it's magnificent. And if you want to join the dance police, you can it's danceparade.org/ I think new-york-dance police, and we could still use a few more people. So
you need dance police officers that give out tickets for people that are not having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And what do those tickets involve?
This year's tickets, I think, involve it's a coupon for our after party at New Blue.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's like a discount ticket for that to try to get people to come to that.
I mean, this is magnificent.
We've been our after party for a while, so it's like home to us.
I didn't know anything about this until you told me. James said, your friend James Schleifer said, tomorrow dance party at City Hall.
Yes, we're having a press conference tomorrow at noon at City Hall.
At 11:30, so that'll probably be on New York 1. But if you're in the neighborhood of City Hall tomorrow, go down and be in the crowd and cheer them on.
Yeah.
Look for the Dance New York Dance Police, NYDP, not NYPD.
Yeah.
NYDP, I love that. For those ticketed discounts or the after party.
Yeah.
That is really, really, really cool. Chauncey, you should be so proud of yourself. You're always doing something so wonderful.
Thank you.
And helping people out. And I love it. And I learned so much from you. Just all this great stuff that's happening
in the city. You just gotta know where to look.
Yeah, you do. And our guest that was here last week, flamenco dancer Lisa Nasley, she is on the float, so she'll be there.
I think I know who she is. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with the
and so look for her. Maybe you'll see her.
Yeah, definitely.
Introduce yourself. She's super sweet, and I'm sure she'll watch the show tonight, and she'll know who you are. All right, honey. I don't want to keep you. I know you have a big night ahead at Stonewall.
Right. Thank you for having me on, and I'll definitely want to come back on because we have some new music coming out, me and Ben.
Well, that's why I wanted to have you on as well. But I know tonight is not the night because you got to go do that. But Chauncey is also a dance songwriter, so great dance music, amazing. He's also an amazing DJ. He lights up the world. So Chauncey's going to be doing a lot of great stuff at Stonewall and other places. You also work at the Q, right?
I used to, yeah. I did a gig for them. That's over now.
Okay. But just follow DJ Chauncey D on Instagram.
It's in my little name thing right there.
All right, honey. Well, I'll let you go, but thank you for cheering us up and putting us in a great place.
No, of course, and I'll see you this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll keep talking it up, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you, honey.
Bye.
We love Chauncey. Yay. Oh, my God. He's the greatest guy. DJ Chauncey D. Follow him on Instagram because he is constantly doing something wonderful. And it's usually like giving of himself and volunteer work. He raises money and awareness for so many causes. It's incredible. John Bronston is watching. Jacob, I haven't seen you in so long. It's so nice to see you, honey. Yeah, Jacob, I think you're down in the Lower East Side, so that's right by you. Mario Davila, handsome devil. Hi, Mario. He says, happy birthday, baby. Hi, sweetheart. Vito Jenna is watching. Vito, I'm so glad you came back because Vito was here last week for Lisa Nasley, and he's an amazing guitar player, and he plays for these flamenco dancers. So, Vito, are you going to be part of the parade? Can you type in? Are you going to be on that float? I know Lisa was telling us about you. I'm trying to. Andrew Hearn is watching. I'm checking this as well as my on my phone. I'm watching the live stream from from the Maria Gentili page. Then this one is the What's the Story with Maria page. So if you want to share our show to your page or another page, please feel free. We love that. And that way it would be streaming live on that page as well. If there are other dancers out there that are, hi, Roar. How are you, my friend? You'll see me on Friday. That's fantastic. Saturday's my birthday, Roar. So at midnight, it will officially be my birthday. Although Saturday, I'm at Brandy's as well. And John Bronston is making me a cake. I was going to take the night off and go to a show or something. And then John Bronston said, if you work, I will bake you a cake. And I don't think you understand how great of a baker John Bronston is. So I said, wait, you're going to bake me a cake? I'm working. But I love working anyway. I love working at Brandy's. It's like my favorite place I've ever worked. So, but John Bronson making me a cake on my birthday at Brandy's, could that be any greater? And I have friends coming in from Boston, so we're all going to go. Susie Campanero is going to come up. A bunch of our friends are going to come up to Brandy's on Saturday night. So come and join us. If you can't make it Saturday, come Friday after midnight. That's my birthday. Just come and hang out. Brandy's is great. Roy, he's one of our regulars. He's a sweetheart. If you are in the dance parade and you want to tell us about that, please just type in what float you're in or what dance group you will be with. And we'll talk about it. Leo, are you around? Leo Rodriguez? There he is. Oh my God, he's drinking out of the What's the Story with Maria cup.
Oh, hi, everybody.
I don't know how the weather is up in Idlewild, but I have allergies. The trees are budding, and I can always tell because my nose gets itchy.
It's been definitely a very allergenic up here. There's
the pollen is super high, so I apologize.
Pine cones are growing, and it's beautiful though. I mean, it's really green up here right now.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's wonderful. Yeah,
it's beautiful. Bronson made me. So Mario Davila said Bronson made me brownies when I had my appendix out. They were amazing, and I made you chicken soup. And Mario said that my chicken soup made his appendix grow back. I don't know. It's a miracle. It's a miracle of chicken soup. Yes. Okay, so Catherine Salvio.
A miracle of miracles.
So sorry I'm missing your birthday bash. Don't you worry, honey. I'll be coming to Florida again soon, I'm sure, and then we will see each other then. I really enjoy seeing you in Florida. I'm very relaxed there because I'm not working when I'm there. And Catherine is one of our great, great, great friends. We love her. Catherine, don't you worry. There'll be many parties here and there'll be many parties there.
I have a few words for Catherine Salvio.
What?
Darn it, baby. That's love.
Leo and Catherine, a few years back, Darius and I taught a great cabaret class called the Downtown Cabaret Project. And it was at the duplex upstairs. And Catherine was one of our students, and Leo was one of our students, although they are our friends anyway. They took the class, and they did a duet, and it was adorable.
It was hilarious.
That was a great show.
It was a fun show.
That was a great show. Kenny Holcomb, hey, Maria and Leo. Hey, Kenny Holcomb.
Kenny.
Kenny Holcomb posted this week that he went to see the Gatlin brothers. Amazing. Now, Kenny, I told you this on Instagram, and I'll tell the story again. I am so proud to say that I own one of my guitars, my Ovation back there, the cream-colored one, which is my love. That's my baby. I've had that guitar for 20 years, and I bought it at a place called Carmine Street Guitars, which is a wonderful little shop down in the village, and it was pre-owned by the Gatlin brothers. How cool is that?
Is that counting flowers
It had
on
had
the
a bunch of
wall?
cracks in it. It was not a new guitar. It was definitely worn in and used, and that was part of why I loved it. He was like, "Yeah, it was previously owned," and I totally trust this guy. His name is Kelly. He owns
Maria,
street guitars.
Maria,
Yes,
I have to tell you, I think our green room's air conditioning is out because it has been so hot in there with first Chauncey Dandridge,
oh my
right?
gosh.
And his little and now there's like someone who's like as classical as Baryshnikov's poses were, I would say.
Wow.
I mean, you saw those photos, right? On the
See,
book of
that
faces.
promo that you made with the lightning striking right through Lucas as he was floating through the air. Look at that. Can you? What in God's name?
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Is he joining us tonight?
He's in the green room. That's why I think the air conditioning's out.
My cousin Cora has joined us. Cora, I think you're still in Florida. Hi, sweetheart. Good to see you, Cora Gauthier. Unless you're going to be in New York this week. If you're going to be in New York this week, let me know, Cora, because I got something to tell you. Okay. Yes, Catherine says, "Wow, that's right. Wow!" To our beautiful friend Lucas jumping in the air like that. Should we bring him in? Are we ready? Oh my God! How adorable are you?
Oh my God! Hey guys, so I'm outside right now, so my sound is probably not the best.
No,
I can hear you.
It's okay.
Yeah, is it raining on you, honey? Is it raining out there?
No, it's nice out. It's beautiful out.
Oh, okay. Where are you, at the duplex?
Yeah, I just finished my happy hour upstairs at the duplex.
Oh, right.
I am here
comedy, right? Tuesday nights you run the comedy hour upstairs?
Yeah, every Tuesday it starts at 6:30. There's a comedy open mic. It's lots of fun.
It's so much fun. I love those guys. Michael Brill, Danny McWilliams.
Oh yeah, they were there.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's great. So people should come by. There's no cover, right? There's no cover.
Oh yeah, no, it's just, and like, even so, the comics that go up, it's a 2-drink minimum, but anyone else that comes in, it's like, yes, Poppy used to host that show.
Yes, who said that's right? Kenny Holcomb said Poppy started it, actually. It's called Suddenly Stand Up. And all those comedians that run it now are Poppy's great, great friends. All of them. So
I hear so many wonderful stories about her.
Oh, you would have loved
it's
Poppy.
always the best.
You know what, Lucas? I'm going to send you, when Poppy was on the show a few years back, I'm going to send you the show in Facebook Messenger. And you'll get a snapshot of who she was. She was super funny. You would have loved Poppy. Now, Lucas, you are a dancer. First and foremost, you are a dancer, and you just did a bunch of really fun things. So tell us about what you did and what you're doing.
Yeah, so I just got done with a show. It was only one. It was the first Friday in May. It was called the Night of 1,000 Stevies.
I'm wearing my Stevie Nicks shirt.
Yeah, it was a Stevie Nicks tribute concert. We did it at Sony Music Hall, which it was like, maybe 400 or 500 people in the audience. It was so much fun. Sorry, there's some stuff going on over there.
That's okay.
But yeah, no, it's every year. This was the 30th anniversary. It was supposed to be in 2020, but they had to reschedule it. So This was like coming back with a vengeance kind of thing.
Wow.
It's so much fun. It was my first dance performance since COVID.
Oh my God. That's amazing. But you studied classically, right, Lucas?
Yeah, so my focus was mostly ballet. Like through college, I went to school for acting at Marymount actually. But through that time I was dancing professionally. I did a lot of Nutcrackers. I did a lot of like teaching. I used to teach a lot, and then I used to go out to like schools out in Long Island and Jersey, and I used to like teach them partnering, and then we used to do like a show at the end of the year every year. So that was also, we did that.
That's amazing. But you don't just get as good as you get like overnight. How long have you been dancing?
Oh my God. And so for me, actually, I kind of started late, given like the circumstances these days. I started dancing seriously when I was maybe 15 or so.
Oh,
so
really?
It's been about 10 years.
Wow.
Dancing. Yeah. Oh,
Were you? That's amazing. Were you athletic as a kid, though?
Yeah, so I did karate, actually, martial arts. Me and my
Okay.
sister, we did that for 10 years before that even. So I was always up and moving and doing stuff.
Were you a tumbler? Were you one of those kids that was like a tumbler?
No, not really. My sister was really good at that. She was much smaller than me, so it was easier for her to do that stuff.
Like you just got that good in 10 years? That's incredible.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Now you're working on a show now, right, honey?
Yeah, so this is another, this is out in New Jersey. There's like a few shows in June, and it's another like school with kids. So it's like one of those, like how you kind of used to teach kids out in Jersey. I do that. We go out every other week. I teach them partnering stuff, and then this time we're working on Coppelia, which is a super old kind of romantic ballet about a doll, and I'm the male lead that they hired in and brought me on.
That's amazing. Where can we see that? Where is it?
Oh my gosh, this one is it's like way out in Jersey. So if you're around
where in Jersey? I have
Trenton
a car.
Area. It's in a town called Hamilton. It's like right by Trenton.
I know exactly where it is.
What was that?
I said I know where that is.
Yeah, and there's a couple shows. I think it's June 5th. I'll send you the info. We can post it up.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
totally. That's wonderful. And let me see who else has joined us. Josephine Sanchez is watching. Hi, Josephine. Lynn Portis is watching. Okay, Jacob is still here. So please post where it is. The link is later, so people can, because a lot of our listeners and viewers live in New Jersey. So that's not a good deal.
I'm so sorry. It's getting a little rowdy over here.
Well, that's okay. And I know you can't stay on long, but I wanted to at least have you come in and check in.
Oh my God. Okay? Thank you so much for having me, Maria.
Oh, I love you, honey. We'll have you on again. But tonight, I know it was a last minute thing, but we were doing a dancer show, so I wanted to include you. I love you.
Thank you so much, Maria. I love you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you, Leo. Shout out to Chauncey.
Leo's coming into town this week, so we'll see Leo.
You in 2 days.
2 days. Thank you, Lucas.
Thank you, Maria. Bye. I'll see you guys.
Sverdlan, dancer extraordinaire. Oh my God. Carolyn Montgomery has joined us.
Hi, Carolyn.
Lucas is very humble about his dancing, but he's incredible. He's a really young guy. I hope he stays with it because he's so talented. I shouldn't say I hope he does. He is doing it. So I'm thrilled that he's staying with it. Because, like during COVID, a lot of people were not taking dance classes. They couldn't. We couldn't be that close to each other. And, something like dance, that's exactly what they didn't want you to do, is be that close. And also the breathing. It's just like the gyms were closed. So it was hard for people.
You're sweating and you're
Leo,
you're exchanging energy and everything.
You're okay? You need to fan yourself or anything?
No.
Oh, okay. I just, I worry about you. Oh my God. Speaking of fanning ourselves, Andy Prasky has entered.
Hi, Andy.
Our space. Andy, I don't know if you heard, but in the beginning of the show, we were talking about the 16th annual dance parade and festival. I have never heard of this before. I'm just learning of this. Chauncey filled us in. And Lynn Portis, remember last week we were talking about Lynn's friend. Yes, Lynn Portis, genius. We're going to see her this weekend. She was talking about Lisa. Lisa is going to be on a float, our guest from last week. She's a flamenco dancer. And the float that they're going to be on is, I can't remember the exact name of the dancer, but something with an X. It starts with an X.
Is it Zole? Oh.
I can't pronounce it. But it is I think it's the only flamenco float. So keep an eye out for her. She was on our show last week. It does sound amazing, doesn't it? You know what? It also reminds me how amazing and beautiful and creative and expressive New York City is. It's like so alive. Like, where else would you see that? Or there's going to be thousands of dancers dancing down the Broadway. So it starts on 20th and Broadway. It goes down until it comes to it goes down to University Place, right? And then on 8th Street, it takes a left. It goes east all the way to Thompson Square Park.
And then there's stages.
Yeah, and there'll be big stages and festivals. And Lucas said, thank you so much, Maria and Leo. You guys are the best. You're so sweet, honey. Thank you for taking the time, because I know it's loud. That corner is very loud, right in the middle of Sheridan Square.
A loud corner in New York City?
I know. It's right near Stonewall. That's a really loud corner. But it's a great corner. That's a great corner.
Do you remember, 50th anniversary, or it was 50th Pride, we were just all sitting there in that corner watching all the wonderful families, and it was really historical.
It was really, you know what? We are so lucky. We're so lucky to have seen and to continue to see such amazing things. You know, we really are. But where you live now, I'm telling you, Palm Springs that's bursting with culture too now.
Oh yeah, it really is. There's so much theater that's going on down there that's coming up. As a matter of fact, one of the longest playing shows is now going to Off-Broadway. Electricity, the play.
Is now which was in Palm Springs for many
started in Palm Springs.
Started in Palm Springs, came here for a Backers audition, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Went back to Palm Springs after while COVID was like in 2021. I mean, it's been really challenging for everybody. And, you know, it's back and forth. But the good news is that things are open. People are being super careful. The key is get boosted. That is the key. If you get boosted, you're set. If you're not vaccinated, you take a chance at getting sick. And it's not about anybody else. Look, there's no judgment here. We just want people to be healthy and happy and safe. That's really where it's coming from, the best place.
You do you, as long as you're not hurting nobody else.
Right. So Lynn Porter says, love you too. Not as much as we love you. What is Andy saying? I'm glad dancing has gotten a renewed appreciation, TV shows, etc. Absolutely. And I think, as you're pointing out there, Andy, that Dancing with the Stars has really helped. Do you remember when I was a kid, and you were probably, I don't know if you were born, Leo, but do you remember Solid Gold Dancers?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
First it was Marilyn McCoo, and then it was Whitney's cousin that hosted it. I watched that.
Marilyn McCoo. Oh, my God. I thought she was, well, I loved her when she was, we were talking about her this weekend. I loved her when she was with the Fifth Dimension. Look up, if you're younger people, look up Fifth Dimension.
Oh my God. Go to Hulu, Young Dimension, look up The Summer of Soul.
Oh my God. You know that I still haven't seen it. Thank you for reminding me, Leo.
Maria Gentili, or as my iPhone likes to say, Gentile. You have to see that. It's great. That whole concert. They put that whole concert
you know what, maybe,
and the music was great. They had such great music. Marilyn McCoo, but yes, they did the whole, they took Aquarius and made it mainstream for everybody to like, and that was one of their kickoff songs that everybody knew them by.
And you know who else really started the whole dance movement again? Like it goes through stages. This is way back. We're talking like late 80s. Paula Abdul, Janet Jackson. All that, there was a whole like wave of amazing dance. Michael Jackson,
Madonna Vogue.
Yes, Madonna Vogue. Which you talk about great documentaries. Have you ever seen Paris is Burning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is for our listeners. I mean, I know a lot of you have. DB Colbert is watching. Hi there, honey. Nancy Timpanaro Hogan is watching.
Nancy Timpanaro? Nancy Timpanaro. Nancy. Right. I learned that from Piano Bar Live.
Yes. From Michael Mackesy.
That's right. But she's a great entertainer. I've seen, she's wonderful.
Nancy's amazing. I know. I was in Tony and Tina's with Nancy.
Really?
30 years ago.
That's another connection.
Yep. She was Mrs. V, and I was one of the bridesmaids. And she is funny as hell, but she's also an amazing singer. Nancy, We should have you zoom into the show sometime. Would you like to do that?
That'd be awesome.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if we could get Nancy Timpanaro Hogan to do our show? Nancy, let's talk about it. Let's get you on. She played Sophie Tucker in one of her shows. She wrote a one-woman show about, was it Sophie Tucker? No. It wasn't about Sophie Tucker. Tootie Fields.
Oh, God. Tony Fields was great.
Nancy, type it in. I think, what was the name of that show? That show was incredible. Nancy's really, really talented.
I mean, I know that we're only a few years apart, but when you say these classics, I mean,
yeah, but you're like an old soul, Leo.
I still love Regis. I miss Regis. He was to me as one of those.
I know, Regis.
Capping off that generation of Toady Fields and the Dean Martin roasts and the.
We used to stay up and watch those roasts. How about
They were so classy. They could tear you down with class.
Yeah, and they were. I love those roasts. But you know what? Now a lot of things would be like, I guess, politically incorrect. But back then, the way they did it, the comedians, it was a very different time. It was things were done in jest.
The harshest person then was, I would say, Don Rickles.
Yeah, Don Rickles.
Come out, but he always left, and any time that he was playing with someone in the audience, always said, "Good to see you. Thank you for coming, sir." Or I love this gentleman.
Buddy
Hackett.
Always remember Buddy Hackett?
Oh yeah.
All those guys. But you know what? Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
Joan Rivers. There was a kid a few months ago that came into Stonewall and was really highly sensitive. I forget what I was joking about on. I know what I said. Because I could say I don't think I think it's a funny joke. I don't think it's offensive. But I was talking about, I said, now there's so many labels. Look, I've been around forever. You know what I mean? It's not like I don't know what the hell's going on. I've walked the walk, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I said, now there's so many labels, for things that we didn't have labels like that when I was growing up, when I was a kid. I said, now it used to just be you were straight, you were gay, you were bi. That's it. Now there's pansexual, asexual, polyamorous. I said, polyamorous, when I was a kid, that just meant you were a slut. And I thought that was funny. Like, to me, that I said, that just meant you were slutty.
Yeah.
Polyamorous means many lovers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this kid got so offended. So offended. He said, "You hurt my feelings because I'm polyamorous." I said, "Okay, honey. Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to give you some homework. I'm a teacher. Go home, go to YouTube, and type in Joan Rivers.
Mm-hmm.
That's your homework. And watch as much Joan Rivers as you can. And then tell me if I offended you." Because I think that at that generation, we were used to comedians like that. And now it's just changed so much where you like, and even that, with what happened at the Oscars, that's even another level. And then Dave Chappelle, it's like, come on, man. If you can't go to a show, if you don't like the comedian, don't go back to the show. But you have to give people a chance to do their thing.
Especially entertainers. Anybody who's in the public eye who takes that risk of putting your privacy out there is risk to comment. Now you can say that I should be able to do whatever it is that I want without being commented, but you're also saying, why can't I have my freedom of speech and you can't have yours because you're commenting on me? Right. So we got to come to a compromise, guys. You got to learn how to laugh it off.
I know. A bunch of people are typing in about Joan Rivers. Andy Prasky, Joan Rivers shut down a heckler who was upset about a deaf joke when he didn't know she had experience with a deaf family member. The thing about Joan Rivers, I saw Joan Rivers in the mid-'80s in Massachusetts at a North Shore Theater. I can't remember the name. I think it's just called the North Shore Theater. It was in Beverly. Really incredible, beautiful theater in the round. And then she came to a club I was working at called Romy's Quarterdeck, and she ate there. She with her little dog, and she was really cool. And then I saw her years later at the Duplex. She used to go to the Duplex upstairs and work on her material she would fill the house. I mean, there was no.
She's on the wall.
Yeah, she would fill it, those seats. But she loved trying out her material with that audience, that demographic. And, the thing is, if you're easily offended by comedians, that's what comedy is. Comedy is pushing, pushing, pushing. I don't mean that you can be, I'm not talking about going up to someone and just being mean to them.
Right.
But if you go to a comedy show, you have to put that offended aside. You have to. That's what comedy is.
Mm-hmm.
So
it takes what you're uncomfortable with and opens doors so we can talk about it more, hopefully, and get over the uncomfortability.
Absolutely. And you laugh at yourself. Mario Davila says, educate us. Yes. I mean, Mario, my whole mantra this year has been don't hate, educate. I am so happy to educate people. And like with this kid, my first reaction was to say, like, you are so out of touch. But I didn't. I said, you should go and watch, because especially in our culture and especially in our demographic and our world, she was so groundbreaking. Plus, as a woman, she was so groundbreaking. And she is so offensive in the funniest possible way. I used to listen to her when my mom was really sick. About 12 years ago, about 13 years ago, my mom was really sick. And I used to drive back and forth to Boston like once a week. It was 5 hours each way. I used to put on Joan Rivers. Back then, it was CDs in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And I would listen to as much Joan Rivers as I could, because it would make me laugh and get me out of my sad head. I'm telling you. And that was such a tragedy that we lost Joan Rivers. But go back and watch Joan Rivers, and you will just die laughing. Carolyn Montgomery says, comedy is equal opportunity offending. Yes. Very few subjects off limit, but there are a few. Yes, and I agree. I'm not saying go out there and go to the edge of everything. I don't mean that. But I mean, she did the Johnny Carson show for many years, and she had to be pretty PC there. So that might be a good place to start with her.
People always say it's going that, but when we look at 2000, we look at 9/11. I think that all the comedians, all of them that were alive, that really showed who they were, because they were classy at that point.
Yeah.
Nobody went for that joke right away. Everybody, the world, we all did. We took our time introducing humor back into our lives because we were all so upset in that moment. But I think when people get offended at comedians, they should look at, especially the long-living ones, look at that time period. That's where the heart of comedians are. They want to come. They're the modern day Greeks, really. If you look at it,
you know what? That is an amazing point, Leo. An amazing point. And now I do want to stress, because I don't want people being upset. I'm not talking about people that are like vulgar. I'm not a fan of vulgarity. It's just not. And I'm a little bit of a prude. People would know that about me. But I am a little bit of a prude. I feel like don't just go for the go for the
poop jokes
and the vulgarity right away. Yeah. Because to me, what that says is you're not really that smart. If you're going straight for the vulgarity, isn't it? Because wit is intellect. You keep your wits about you, all that stuff. So a really good comedian is witty and can walk that edge, but it's, to me, not vulgar. Like, I don't, but there's so many amazing comedians out there. I just recently, Judy and I went to see, and I didn't know much about him, but I found out a lot about him at the concert. His name is Joe Coy. He
K-O-I, isn't he?
K-O-Y, yeah.
K-O-Y.
K-O-Y. He is Filipino.
Yes, I've seen him. I've seen his work.
So, oh my God, so funny. And there's some things that he does that are like kind of pushed my buttons, vulgarity-wise. But then he skates out of it. But most of the stuff he does is about his family, and it's so funny. And a lot of it's about his mom, and it's so funny and so great. And I just loved him. And he talks about being Filipino and like what that meant growing up. And I love people that talk about their heritage, Like I love Sebastian Maniscalco.
Something. He's hilarious.
And as an
I love
Italian,
him.
oh my God. I can't stop laughing.
I'm glad you said it first because I can never pronounce his last name.
Maniscalco.
Maniscalco.
Oh my
He's
God.
hilarious.
The identification. You know, Leo, and you're Mexican. Like there are Mexican comedians that I'm sure like you can't stop laughing because you identify.
Oh my goodness. Now I'm gonna blank on his name. George Lopez.
Right.
George Lopez spoke specifically from the not just the culture of being Mexican American, but from where I grew up and that culture and the way that you talk and the you remember and that stuff.
Right.
That's just things that I can slip into right away. I was with my friends who are neighbors now. They're the same thing, and I was like, "Hey, they can't tell us like we do it. You know what I mean, homie?" And it's just it's
And
funny from where it's at.
back in the day, for us, it was Pat Cooper. Pat Cooper, that old school, because you were talking about the old school, all those people. By the way, I just realized we haven't done our food section. Oh my God.
Oh,
Okay. And Rena will be upset if we don't do our food section. Barry Silver's watching. Hi, Barry. Barry is in Sarasota, California. Florida, I believe. Kenny Holcomb, I remember seeing Elaine Boozer. Oh my God, hysterical. Telling a joke about her dog eating.
this is duty.
Right. Duty was much funnier than saying right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain words. Andy Prasky, most of the comedians from the past had two different acts. One that was PC and vanilla for television. You're right, Andy.
That's right.
As usual, Andy knows his stuff. And second one for Vegas adult crowds. Today, many comedians don't do that. You are right.
Mm-hmm.
And, you have to have two sets of.
You knew your audience.
Absolutely. And the Johnny Carson, all that stuff. Okay, we're going to do the food section of our show called Go Ahead, Keep Eating. Leo, do it with me. 1, 2, 3.
Go ahead. Keep eating.
Okay, what did I make tonight? I had some chicken. I like to just see what's in the house. So I made chicken I have to read what I put in it because you know me, I put so much stuff in my food. So chicken marinated in garlic, cumin, parsley, unami, and marsala wine with red peppers, Vidalia onions, shiitake mushrooms, and peas. So this has a little bit of a Middle Eastern kind of thing going on. And the salad, it's really good. I didn't put any rice or anything, although this would be delicious on rice.
That would be.
I'm off my keto because of my birthday week, but I'm trying not to be too.
Can you have rice for keto?
No.
No, too many sugars.
It's protein and vegetables for keto, but whatever, because I know I'm gonna have cakes. But
what about brown rice?
You can. It's not. It's still carbs, but it's okay. I'm just trying to be a little healthier.
You're still educating me on that,
Right. So my delicious salads, I love my salads tonight. This is romaine lettuce with Kirby cucumbers. Now I love Kirby cucumbers. They're kind of like the cucumbers they use for pickles. I love Kirby cucumbers. They're so crisp and fresh. This is red cabbage, which I love. Red cabbage is so good for you. And it's super fresh. And then Bermuda onion, and I put a Persian lime olive oil, and a lavender vinegar, because I thought I want the theme for the parade. I did a lot of purple for the parade because that's like their what, Leo?
What is a Persian lime?
A Persian lime comes from Persia.
Really? But like, is there?
It's not like a Mexican lime, Leo. It's a little more tart, I believe.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I believe it's a little more tart. They have limes in Persia. Okay, and for dessert, I'm having dessert. My keto family, don't be mad at me, but it's my birthday week. This little thing, so cute.
Oh,
it's a little mini chocolate mousse. Look at this.
I love those.
I love them too. It says Sweetly Dolceria. Dessert, irresistible dessert. I love chocolate mousse. I love chocolate mousse cake. So I am going to really enjoy this. I have
chocolate. My lid. Have you had the panna cotta one?
No, but I love panna cotta.
The caramel panna cotta of those.
Oh my God, really?
Are we the ones that shared that? Did I tell you about those? Or did we? I remember, I think we talked about those. I found them at my little market up here, up in the mountains. And
No,
I had that
I
one.
just found it today at a little place around the corner.
I got so excited. I'm so excited for you because your eyes are gonna roll back and you're gonna lay back on your couch after you have that chocolate.
I can't wait. Kenny
my
always said
goodness.
when she did her shows on Joan Rivers, she said if New Yorkers laugh at a joke, it was fine for the rest of the country. Okay, let me see. Most of the Persian limes are not as juicy and more tart. Thank you, Mario.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, Mario Davila, I think I learned about the Persian limes from you. So yes, you are right. Okay, now I know we're coming close to the end of our show. Let's talk about our merchandise. Yes, we still have merchandise. Now,
we
these
do.
bags, Leo, you called it years ago. You said we have to order tote bags. I was like, why? You said because we're going to stop doing plastic soon in stores. And it's happened. It happened in New York. And this week it happened in Jersey. All of a sudden, no plastic. So you go to the supermarket, you want a What's the Story with Maria? Go ahead, keep eating bag.
They are worth it. They are durable.
And this is not like you're the ones that you buy and they're plastic and they're kind of
No.
This is really a good bag. You can wash it 1,000,000 times and it never loses its color. Leo has put many things in here.
2 gallons. You can get 2 gallons of milk in there.
So this is our bag. It's $10 and it ships very cheaply because it's super light. Then our mug. This is our mug. Grab yours, Leo. And then go ahead, keep eating on the back. There it is. This is a much younger version of me you get. Look at how pretty I was back then. So, time marches on. But
this is the porcelain Maria.
Yes, my skin is like porcelain. As the mug. So, yeah. Oh man, it's funny when you're that age, you forget to be grateful for whatever you have. Anyway, so there it is. That's $10. A little more to ship because it's a little heavier. And then our piece de resistance, our blue apron, which has a white. This is $25. This is our bestseller. This is a great apron. And also you can wash it and wash it and wash it. Never fades.
And it's inspirational.
Inspirational and inspired a calendar. I can't find my calendar. You have
I can find mine. As a matter of fact, speaking of tart, let me turn to let's see.
Oh, Mr. May. Who's Mr. May? Wilty and Hall, I believe.
Wilty and Hall, but Mr. Tart is June, right? I mean, Mario
June is around the corner, and Mario Davila is our Mr. June.
But here's Will.
But here's Wilty and Hall, adorable. Our little British friend, Poppy. Hello, Poppy. There he is, pointing the tongs downward, pointing them south. In his little kitchen.
So adorable.
He's in England right now, as a matter of fact, doing a show with Anne Steele. How great is that?
That's amazing.
Okay, so I use mine all the time. Andy, that makes me so happy that you like your apron, honey bunny. That makes Kenny, I think you have an apron too, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yes, there are many aprons. Carolyn Montgomery has an apron. She's taking pictures with her apron. Also makes me happy when she's teaching her classes. So there's so much that we talked about tonight and so much to cover. Next week, we will cover different things. I have so much to say. Lately, I'm walking around. My brain is exploding with things that I want to say. And I am just letting things be what they should be. But I will say this. I don't want to get too political. I want to be inspirational. This is when I was 13, Roe versus Wade passed. When I was 13, I am now way, way, way past that. And you know what? So as a teenager, I remember the relief of that and feeling like, oh my God, thank God. Because before that, and young people, I hope you're listening. Before that, when I was a kid, and Lynn, you might remember this because we're around the same age, they used to bomb abortion clinics. Bomb them all the time. People that worked there would die because crazy people would bomb them. Now, nobody wants to have an abortion. Nobody says, I can't wait. Nobody chooses that. This is not about that. This is about choice. And I don't mean like, oh, should I have this or should I have that? These are big choices. Also, I got to say, and I'm going to try to stay light, but it's been eating at me. The term pro-life bothers me deeply because you're not pro-life. If you were pro-life, you would care about the life that happens after a baby is born. And there are, just in New York alone, there are 8,500 more, upwards of 8,500 kids in foster care. 8,500 that do not have homes. They are not placed in a permanent home. So if you are pro-life, honestly, if you can say that in front of your God, I am pro-life, and then you know what? Then be pro-life. But what you are when you stop a woman, and a man, it's not just women. There are couples, men and women, that choose together to not carry that seed to fruition for whatever reason. Okay. So
No.
I know you have a lot to say about this, but I just want to say you're not pro-life. You are pro-control. So just think about it. Now, this is very important. So I've said that. Next week, I'm going to really focus on registering to vote and voting. And not just us voting. I am looking out there. There's a lot of people that have young teenage kids that are 18 now. We have to register them to vote. And not just register them, walk them in with you. Because don't expect that they're going to do it on their own. I have a lot of friends that have kids like between 18 and 23. And they're kind of registered. They're kind of not. I don't know. I live in a blue state anyway. Why bother? Because you have a vote. Most countries do not. Go ahead, Leo.
As you were saying, those that pro-life and afterlife and caring for it afterwards, there are a lot of people out there who were born and because their mothers weren't allowed to choose. And there are sons and daughters of people like priests and other people who don't want to be alive and feel raped of the choice that they had. So think about that, because those effects are everlasting. I'm talking about people in their 60s and 70s that still have that trauma over them from not having that. So
now, and look, we're coming from the best place. Leo wrote a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful show a few years back. And then I had the privilege of directing. I could have been Cheetah. Good.
I could have been Cheetah Moreno, but I was the lucky one because Maria really helped me with it.
Yeah, because that's what a director does. But it was beautiful. It was about adoption. It was about choice. And it was profound and funny and gorgeous. So, Leo, I'm very proud of that show that you did. I'm very proud of it. And I hope that you'll do it again. Carol Montgomery asked, is Leo coming to town? Guess what?
Yes, I do.
And Carolyn, I am going to private message you because there are a couple events that are going on that Leo will be at. And wouldn't it be nice to all hang out? I am looking forward to taking 1 trillion pictures this weekend. It's my birthday weekend. Leo's in town. A lot of you people have never met Leo in person. He's an amazing human being, a sweetheart, a great singer, a funny person, and just a lovely, lovely brother to us all. We have reached that hour where we have to say goodbye.
Already?
Yes. Can you believe it?
Well, that's okay, because in about 4 minutes, I have to get on my Alaskan Airlines and check in for my flight. So,
oh my God, I'm so excited to see you. I can't wait. I'm cooking for you. I'm cooking for you.
Oh, Andy Pratt, you put up.
I think women are foolish to pretend they are equal to men. They are far superior and always have been.
Here.
You know what? Thank you, Andy, for writing that. I am going to come from a place of saying, because I do believe in people, and I believe that we're in a great place. Most humans on this planet, especially those of us that have the luxury of being American, because we are, and Canadian and these countries that are privy to education. We are in a place right now where we could really, really come together. Men, women, children, gay, straight, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. We have the power as people to come together so strongly. That is why government is freaking out, because we are at a point, and we came together during COVID, that we are scaring them because we in numbers could just blow them away with beauty. And they don't want that, because if we're smart, they can't control us. And I'm not just talking about Republicans, I'm talking about Democrats too. We remember that in the middle is where the magic is. I believe that. Politically speaking, it is the middle. And what I mean by the middle is that where we come together as a people. I don't mean I don't mean any of that. Forget political affiliation, party affiliation.
All we're really voting for is choice.
Choice.
The freedom to choose.
Right.
So that you can choose and feel comfortable however you're going to go on with your life, and you're not going to hurt anybody else.
Right.
For you.
And we will talk a little more about this next week. I did want to put that out there. We love you. Thank you for spending this hour with us. I want to thank Jim Bell at Armed Radio. He is our manning the ship from New Hampshire. We are on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. Please go and listen to us in podcasts. And you can watch the show on my page, Leo's page, our Facebook page, and on YouTube. Please go to our YouTube channel and like us. Okay?
Subscribe there. What's the story with Maria?
Our Instagram page is still hacked. So you can go and like it, but it's still, we're not in control of it. The hacker is still in control. But you know what? I'll pray for them. Okay, Leo, I'll see you soon. We love and appreciate you. Have a wonderful night.
I'll see you in 72.
I love it. Can't wait.
Oh, all right.